Hi, you guys! Welcome to my channel. My name is Kookiemilkshake, and today I've got another video. Today's makeup is vampire makeup. So, you already know how to start this. Get yourself a cotton ball, a cotton pad, a face wash, something. I got my Dickinson's Witch Hazel, my Stellar Witch Hazel again. Makeup remover. Toner, perhaps? Girl, I don't know. But it's all of them all at once. And it removes waterproof makeup or something. That's what it says, okay? Girl, this mirror is dirty. What the heck? So today I decided not to use natural lighting because I feel like all the natural lighting in the videos was not eating. So today we got some darker, more artificial light. Oh, I'm sorry, I was moving around on that mic. For this makeup, I really want to focus more so on like darkness and vampireness and yeah, I really want it to look kind of Elvira-esque, kind of Addams Family situation. So I definitely want a smoky eye today. I don't want anything bright and fancy, just like regular smoky eye. So I do have my Moonstone palette out. If you guys don't know what that is, make sure you're paying attention to my other videos because I already showed you. Yeah, going in with I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer matte finish, and that's the one with the black top. The hydrating one is the one with the white top, just so you guys don't mix it up. And I always put that on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna put that on like an angle brush. I was gonna use my round brush. That's what I normally do, but I just decided to pick up an angled one because I don't know, switch it up sometimes. Make sure you stop talking if you were talking like me when you're doing your eyebrow, because I'm like getting this all over my hair, but it's okay. Now that I have that, ooh, what should I blend this out with? Because I know it's going to dry fast. My finger. Okay, so now I am going to take off. I am going to use the rest of that concealer that was on the back of my hand. I'm going to put that on my eyelid on both sides. So I'm just going to pat that all over my eye. And you guys already know I kind of switch up what I do like every 5 seconds. So yeah, I don't really have a routine for my makeup because I feel like I don't do it enough to have a routine. I used to do my makeup like every single day back in high school. I don't do that anymore. I like to let my skin breathe. Okay. Oh, now we've got eyebrows in concealer all in place. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in with I'm thinking about going in with cool shades today. So yesterday I used Buff for not a contour, but like just something to put all over my eye. I wanted to set the eyeshadow. This eyeshadow doesn't need to be set because it dries down, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And did I say the color I'm using? I'm using the shade Buff in the Moonstone palette, which is a huge palette. You definitely don't need to buy the whole thing if you don't do neutral eyeshadow all the time like I do. But yeah, I have this palette so I can do like everybody's makeup in my family just in case. Because it has all the colors that you really need. And I'm gonna go in with Full, which is a much deeper shade. And I'm really I'm like lightly patting in that color right in front of my eyebrow. Right there. And I'm contouring my eye. I want my eye sockets to look sunken in. And I'm just gonna keep on patting, and I'm also going back and forth with my brush. And this is a fluffy brush, so I'm using that and blend it out. I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. Front of the eyebrow. And then we're gonna go down with my eye socket. And I'm gonna come back up. Oh, that's not what I did on the other side. I don't know why I did that. I'm gonna go down like this. Not come back up. I don't know why I added an extra step. Now I'm gonna go in with buff to buff it in. And this is kind of our transition shade. And what a transition shade basically does is that it helps to blend out your eyeshadow. It's like a base color, like your foundation. You know how your foundation, without the foundation, stuff just don't be blending right. So that's basically what this buff shade is doing for me. Okay. Now I want to take a smaller brush just to really isolate that area. Going with the shade Night Dream, which is a weird. What is a night dream? Aren't I guess it's like daydream, but like at night. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like most dreams are at night. But anyway, I'm gonna do a cut crease. So I really want to put this darker shade right here. You see what I just did? I'm gonna repeat it on the other side and I'm gonna talk you through it. So right where I have put that other stuff, I'm gonna really make it close to the concealer on my actual eyelid. I really just want to deepen up my crease. Just like this. And not my actual creases. I have creases here. But I guess I really mean the hollows of my eye. Because that's really where I want to make my eyes pop. So I'm going to go in with buff again to blend this out at the top and on the sides. And remember to repeat it on the next side. This is just, when I repeat it immediately after doing it, I feel like it really helps to keep things symmetrical. When I just do one eye all by itself, that always messes me up because I ended up forgetting steps. So I never really do that. And now I'm going to go back in with full. Really get that blend going. And this is really how you get that super nice blend, by going back in to the colors that you previously used. I feel like making tutorials really help me to understand what I'm doing with my makeup. So I do recommend just like saying your colors out loud or something like that, just so you can stay on track. Yeah. And I just want to keep deepening this. I'm really gonna drag this down. Just like that. Okay, now I want to do my cut crease. So I'm gonna close up my Moonstone palette. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more of my concealer, the same matte concealer, and I'm going to use my round brush this time. Do not use something that's like really sharp or whatever, because your eye is not that sharp unless you got some really sharp cat eyes. I don't know, girl, but that's just not what I would do. Okay, I'm gonna do that first and then I'll explain it. Okay, now I'm going to explain what I just did. So I'm just going to go where I created that deepness in my eye. I'm just going to use this concealer to carve it out, just like how we carved out our eyebrows at the beginning. I'm going to do the same thing with this concealer. And I'm just going to drag it down to my eyelid. And I'm kind of running out of concealer, but I'm going to keep going and just spreading out what I do have left. And I'm dragging it all the way out. And this is kind of hard to do with like one hand because normally I would lift up my eye for this so it doesn't transfer too much, but I can't exactly do that because I'm holding this mirror. But I'm gonna keep going. I really want a cat eye, so I am pulling it back. And when you watch that 1960s makeup, I did the exact same thing, just in case you're a little bit confused. Just go back to that video and see how I did that. And yeah. Now I'm going to check my eyes, and I see that when I close my eye, it does have a very interesting shape, I'll say. But I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to go in with a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to use the shade Snatch to put right on top of that concealer. And this is just going to get rid of any patchiness I might have. And if you're using the concealer that's not matte, this will end up setting the concealer. So you don't want to use too much of a matte eyeshadow because it will get kind of crusty really fast. Yeah, I'm gonna repeat that on the other side. Okay, so I really feel like I went a little bit too high on one side, so I am gonna go in with a darker color, which is full, and I'm using this really what type of brush is this? Girl, I don't know. I think it's like a smudge brush or whatever. And I'm just gonna use that. It kind of has sparkles on there. That's okay. We always need a little sparkle in our lives. But I'm just gonna use that to correct any mistakes that I have. I didn't really mess up this side. But I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that up a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with Night Dream to darken it. That is the shade we used to deepen it up, if you remember correctly. And I think I want to do something darker here. I'm gonna go ahead in with the shade Full. And we're going to pat that on the eye. And it's like, I'm kind of doing like an ombre effect here. And I'm dragging it a bit and patting it. I'm gonna repeat. I'm not really trying to be neat with this either. I'm gonna wipe off my brush so I can kind of get a clean blend. That didn't work too good, so I'm going in with the shade Buff to blend it instead. I'm gonna repeat that on the other side so it don't look wonky. And I'm gonna make it a bit darker with Night Dream. Okay, so I for sure want to do eyeliner with this look, but I don't know. I don't know why I said but. There's no buts. So, okay. Let me move this out the way. So I'm gonna use that same brush I use for my carving of my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the shade Witchy, which is literally just like really, really black. Okay. I'm gonna use this to like um put down a line for where I want my eyeliner to be. I'm gonna repeat that on both sides. I'm not gonna fill it in. I just want to use this as like a sketch. I'm trying to think. Do I want to fill in this gap? I think I will. I'm gonna angle that to fill in that gap. I mean, check that orientation is not exactly the same. Okay. Now I'm just gonna clean up underneath my eye. No, I'm not. Now I'm just gonna put now I'm just gonna put on my eyeliner, and this is a Sunset Makeup waterproof eyeliner, which is really hard to take off. So maybe I shouldn't put that on. So now I'm gonna use the e.l.f. H2O proof. I don't know why I only have waterproof eyeliners. 'Cause I don't cry enough to have so many. But I'm just gonna follow those guidelines that I have made. And I guess I'm like kind of creating a bat wing since I didn't close my eye. I'm just gonna fill in all those gaps. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Now I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the left side. And you see how I'm using my pinky to help me out? Please do that, you guys. It'll help make much cleaner lines. I'm gonna fill that in. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is kind of get those inner corners nice and filled in. I don't know, I made this side a little bit thick, but I think I'll be okay. I want to kind of stamp the eyeliner on my eye. And I'm gonna repeat. And I just messed it up. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the edges, and I will come back to do the rest of my face. I messed it up. That's okay. Okay, so since I did make a few mistakes while doing my eyeliner, I'm gonna clean it up with the same matte concealer, the 16-hour one. And I'm just using this eyeliner brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sharpen that eyeliner and mess it up even more. Apparently, what the heck? Oh, that's the wrong one. Wrong thing, wrong thing. Okay. Now I'm gonna do like I guess a bit of underpainting because I want my concealer to be like snatched. I kind of want to do like a smoky eye situation on the bottom, so I'm just using that same concealer. I'm blending it with my finger. I forgot to put on a primer, but that's okay because I'm gonna take this off literally right afterwards. So let's go in with that concealer. Put it on my finger, actually. And you know, this your concealer and stuff will go on differently after you put on a primer. Just saying, just in case you guys are like, why does mine look like that? It might be because of your primer. But if you are seeing pores, that's not a problem, or even wrinkles, that is also not a problem. Your face just does that. Okay, now I'm gonna do my little bit of a smoky eye. Where's my baby brush? There's my baby brush. I'm gonna go in with like a charcoal gray color. It's from a different palette. I'm gonna use that. I'm just gonna do a bit of a smoky eye. I haven't done this in a minute. This looks raccoonish, but I don't hate it. Okay, I definitely did too much, but okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation. And I'm gonna use my favorite one, the the good one, the Morphe's. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my primer. I didn't put it underneath my eyes. It's gonna go on my cheeks though. This is the Power Grip by Elf. Put it on my nose, on my forehead, on my lips too. Let it dry. And then go in with your foundation. I cannot see what I'm doing. Why did I do that? Oh my god. Let's go one side at a time. I do have some breakouts going on, but you know how hormones are. They be hormoning. Put some on that side. And I am putting this over top of the concealer that I had put down earlier. And the reason I'm doing that is because this concealer is extremely bright. And I don't want it to be that bright. And I know for my contour, I definitely want to make it pretty sharp. So let's look out for that one. And I kind of showed you guys that in the corpse ride tutorial. And I don't know why, but that video just did not get pushed out at all. So make sure that you watch that because I really was struggling. Okay, that base looks pretty good. I don't want anything to look too exaggerated, but I'm gonna look like a vampire, so I think vampires are pretty exaggerated. I'm using a Morphe concealer right now. That's kind of old, but this is the Peak of Sand. And I'm gonna blend this out with a brush, with a fluffy brush. And this one is not at all this brush is not this concealer is not at all matte. It's very dewy. And I do know for sure that I want to add some glitter because obviously, like I said, I was watching Twilight, so I gotta show where my inspiration was coming from. I'm gonna just drag that concealer out a little bit more. I don't want to look like I have dark circles necessarily, but I feel like vampires kind of look dead, but like they look good. Do you know what I mean by that? Like I don't know. They look kind of gorgeous. Okay. Now I'm just gonna highlight here and here. I'm so excited for the contour. That's gonna be so much fun. Now I'm gonna go in with my other brush to blend this out some more. Like add back in my color with my foundation brush. Okay, now I'm gonna go in. This is freezing. I'm gonna go in with some contour. So I'm gonna use cream contour first, and then I'm going to use powder. So I'm going in with this True Complexion Cream Contour Palette by Black Radiance. I haven't showed you guys anything I'm using today. I don't know why. I just decided to do that now. But I'm gonna use the middle shade of this palette, and this is the medium to dark. And pay attention closely. This is what I did in the last tutorial, but a lot of you guys didn't see that, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going above my cheekbone, the shadow that my cheekbone is making, and I'm going to go in right where I can feel the, you know how people are getting their cheek fat taken out right in that area? You'll know when you get to it. But I'm going to go there, and I'm just going to make those areas look a bit more sunken in, and I'm going to use a darker shade too. I feel like that'll help with that. And I feel like Twilight did a really good job in their makeup department. Like, just in general, like, if you guys have watched Twilight, the entire series, you can't tell me they wasn't eating down in the cinematography and with the makeup, especially when Bella was like pregnant. the makeup went crazy. Like, when I say this stuff looks so real, but it wasn't, I mean it. So I'm gonna go down like this. Like my temples also look a bit sunken in. I'm gonna go to my nose. Just like add more life back into her. Give myself a nose bridge. I'm not gonna give myself a button nose. Or yes I am. Underneath my lip. And do I want to contour my jawline? Kind of. So I'm just gonna go here to contour. And that's gonna be it. And I'm gonna blend it out with the same brush I used for my foundation. Meanwhile, myself just stopped recording right in the middle of my blending out my contour. So we're just gonna continue on. Yeah, I just need to set my face now. Then after I set my face, I will be doing the powder contour, which is really fun and dandy. And I'm gonna use this HD powder by e.l.f. to set my face. I actually have not had any flashback problems with this. Though people tend to say that these type of powders have a lot of flashback, so I don't know. Maybe it's not a real HD powder. I'm just gonna set my face with a fluffy brush. And I don't think I want to put on blush, but we will see. I kind of want to make my eyes look a bit smokier, but I'm not sure. Okay, that's all I want to do for setting my face. Now I'm going to go in with the Moonstone palette again. And I'm just going to clean up my space for a second. Hold on. And I'm just going to use my fluffy brush and go in with the shade Full for my nose. Contour that really, and this is a great contour, okay? We're not trying to look alive. Very much not alive. I'm gonna go in with the shade Ignite too, and that's like a very warm tone shade, but I'm just using that to make this not look too crazy. Oops. I'm playing with a different shade on accident. I'm gonna blend that into my eyeshadow. I'm gonna use Ignite under my eye too. I guess I'll bring back the body nose. Now I'm gonna go on with this brush that looks like this. And okay, so I had a bit of a problem. I couldn't finish my video. So what are we gonna do instead? We're just gonna keep going with this horrible angle. And I'm gonna go in with, that is not my red lipstick. Where is it? It is. Going in with the red lipstick. I've already done my contour and all that. So I'm just gonna get my mirror, and I'm not naked. If you're watching the whole video, you will know that. I'm gonna get my little mirror, and I'm just gonna put on my red lips, and I am going to do some red around this. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little bit of the dribble. And I'm also gonna blend this out so it looks like I've been slapping or something. Where's my little thing? I don't know. Guess I'll just go in like that. Just gonna blend that out some. Now I'm gonna go in with a charcoal color. So make it really nice and dark. I think I want to use a darker black, so I'm going to go in with my Profusion palette and use the shade Witchy. And just go around the perimeter of my lips. I'm gonna contour my lips too, just to really give it something else. Making sure I check myself in the mirror. I might just add a little bit of extra from the other side too. And I'm going back in with this on my lips because I feel like I've lost the plot a little bit and my red is kind of gone. I'm just going to add some more and blend it like that. And I'm going to add in some mascara and I'm going to come back. Okay, so now I'm just going to put on my wig. And I'm just going to see where I'm going to go from there. I'm like so sad that it stopped recording on my phone. But we push. Just like that. Oh my god. That was a little much. And also I'm wearing a corset, y'all. Not for the reason you think. It's not for fashion. I just like the compression feeling. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now I just want to see if I can add anything else. Possibly. Blood splatter? Oh, this has some redness. I'm just gonna kind of like add that in random places. And I kind of want to do inner corner eyeliner. So I'm going to go in with this same... Why don't eyeliner pins go on the bottom? I don't understand that. Ow. I'm going to go in the inner corner. I made it too thick. Okay, that's not bad. I'm going to try to repeat the same thing. I don't know if I can. I have an eye booger. Oh my god. Definitely get those out before you start doing this. Ooh, I think that did the trick. That did the trick. That's definitely making it more slay. Okay, now I would put on some eyelashes, but I don't want to put them on. So I'm just going to put this over there. Yes. And what do I want to do? Sparkles, I forgot. Because we are a vampire, but we are more of a Twilight vampire. So I'm going in with the shade Moody. This is what it looks like, but it's going to come off more gold. I know it's like, how is this going to come off gold? Look. See, that's how we do it. That was actually too much on that side. I'm gonna rub this all over. Thank you, Loki, for okay. And now we are slaying, okay? And you know what the final step is. First of all, fix this all together again. Oh, girl, this is not even giving good audio. I just have on a mic from my phone. But we push. What was I gonna do? Now I'm just gonna set my face, and then we're done with our vampire makeup. Are we excited? Y'all see that glow? Y'all see this glow? You would think that she's not dead. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's it for today's makeup. We had a lot of technical difficulties. I lost storage. Film was lost. But we keep going, and yeah, this was today's vampire makeup. Hope you liked it. Let's see if I do any more videos for this 13 days of makeup. I don't think we're going to get to 13 days at this point, but let me be hopeful. We're going to get to those 13 days, okay? Bye, you guys. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe.